Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diary. So today I'll make another video on the same series of lazy programming series, and in this series I'll just make another video, and this video having a concept of break and the continue. So how exactly the break and continue are the statement which we are utilizing in Python itself, and where exactly we are utilizing it. So this is just a small video where we just try to understand about the break and the continue. This is not a primary concept. This is just a small concept which having a value inside of the loops itself. So basically we're talking about the break and the continue statement. It's coming under the category of the loops. Within a loops itself, we have to utilize a break and the continue statement itself. How exactly it's differ from each other, we'll just go with the theory part first and understand that. Then we'll see the code actually, and when we are running it, how exactly the things will go ahead further with that. We'll try to understand with that. And in the next video itself, which is having a similar concept related to that itself, which is a second challenge in the same series, I'll try to make the concept based on the break and the continue, and a lot of things along with that also we get it included over there itself. But the primary focus is a break and continue in this video itself, and that concept we get it carry forward in the challenge too. Okay, so let me go ahead further with that theory part first, make you understand about the concept about both the things, and then we'll go for the practical section for it. So if we're talking about only the break statement itself first, so this statement is used to exit the loop most of the time, I can say that prematurely. Like take example, if we are mentioning a break statement in a loop itself, and when the condition is get it fulfilled or it's get false, and we have mentioned the statement as a break, then in that case automatically the whole loop will be get it terminated and your output will be get it presented on your screen, or the next statement will be get it continue itself, like once it's coming out of the loop itself. That's a concept of the break. Like whenever we are using a break, it understood it will terminate or exit the loop. Okay, when break is encountered within a loop, the loop is terminated and the program control resumes at the next statement following the loop. So once it's coming out of the loop, whatever the next statement we have it, if we have some statement inside of the program, that will be get it carry forward. Otherwise the whole program will be get it terminated and we get the output as whatever the statement we have did it and whatever the state is it. Okay, so that is a break statement, we are using it. If we're talking about the statement, so definitely we can use inside of the loop only. So taking example, if we have the for statement and we have make it a for loop over there itself, and if we want to try to check like condition using if and else itself, and inside of the if we are condition will be fulfilled, then we have to put the break. So wherever we want the program to be get it terminated, either a condition is get it fulfilled, we want that to be get terminated, we have to use the break. That was the only thing. Break is just like a statement where we want the code to be get it terminated. That's the only thing about it. Wherever we want it to be get terminated. If we wanted the code to be get it continue, taking example, if we want that code to be get it continue, then in that case we have to use the continue statement. So if we're talking about the continue statement, this statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration and proceed to the next iteration. So it means like if you're mentioning a continue statement, it's going with the iteration and going to the next iteration also. So it doesn't mean like it's coming out of the loop, it will continue. That was the reason we are using a continue statement. It essentially skips the remaining code within the loop for current iteration but does not terminate the loop itself. So it will not terminate that, it will get it continue, and whatever the rest statement we have mentioned inside of the loop, that will be get it printed. But in case of break, we don't have that possibility, we don't have that type of stuffs to be get it mentioned. Like even if we have the statements after the break itself, we can't do anything with that. But in case of continue, the next statement, whatever is inside the loop, will be get it further with that, as it's not get terminated once we are using a continue statement inside of the loop. It's similar like that, it's the same concept like that. But if we are using a continue, then in that case the next statement will be get it printed inside of the loop also. That was the only difference between a break and the continue. So break, straightforward, everything to be get it stopped, it's coming out of the loop. But in case of continue, it's a little bit legend. I can say that we can use the continue if we wanted the next statements after the continue to be get it printed. Even our condition is get it fulfilled, we want the next statement to be get it printed inside the loop also, then in that case continue is the best option for it. Now both break and the continue statements are helpful for controlling the flow of the loops. That's bit understood about it based on the certain condition or criteria. So whatever the condition we are defining inside of it, inside of the loop itself, using if and else condition itself inside of the while or for loop. That's totally depend on it. How we utilizing the break and the continue statement totally depend on it. We want what type of output is it over there itself, what type of conditioning we want it. Okay, so now I think majority of portion I'll try to get it covered in this, the theory part. Now let me go to the system and mention you and just try to make you understand about what exactly how we utilizing that. This is just a small code itself, which I'll just want you to make you understand about it, how exactly the things will go ahead with the break and the continue itself, using break and continue in two different places itself, make you understand about it. So let me go to the system now, make you understand about it. Now proceeding further with the practical portion for it, and this is the code for the break and the continue statement for it. So I have prepared this code for it. So we'll just go one by one and try to understand the code. This is little bit tweak over here itself, so make sure that you will able to understand how exactly we are printing this. So I have already run this code itself and put some entry from my side. I'll try to correlate you between both the things, whatever the output we are seeing on our screen and whatever we just try to correlate between the code and that output. Okay, how exactly we are achieving this output? You might be having thinking like how exactly I'm getting that. So proceeding further with that, initially the I value will be initialized as 0. So I value will be 0. Now we are going with the while statement, that is true. We wanted the while statement to be true, till then only the condition will get it fulfilled, otherwise it get terminated. So that is one of the situation for it. Now we're talking about if I plus 1 is less than 5, that is the situation. Initial value is I equal to 0, 0 plus 1 equal to 1, 1 is less than 5, then in that case I equal to I plus 1. So it's not getting printed, so it will go again and check like I equal to 1. Now I plus 1 plus 1 equal to 2, it's less than 5, then it's 3, then it's 4. So 4 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 equal to 5, which is not less than 5, then in that case it's get terminated, it's coming out of it, and the next statement is continue. That was the reason our next statement will be get it continue, and we are reached to this level. So right now the value of I equal to 4, we are getting it over here itself. So whatever that final value I plus 1 we can do it, that is I plus 1, and that is the final value, which is I equal to 4. We have it. Once it's reached to the 5, that value is not I value, as it's get incremented, but it's not getting stored somewhere. That was the reason we are not able to retrieve this value which we are incremented, get it add 1, as we have not stored inside of any variable itself. That was the reason. Still the value of I is still be a 4 itself after getting comparison, and get it continue. Once we reach over here itself, so the initial value of I equal to 4, so I plus 1, it means 4 plus 1 equal to 5, it's get printed. So you can see it's a 5 over here, and we are putting this just to make a distance between it. Now this condition will not be run trigger itself, as it's not at all the possibility equal to 44. Now we go into the next statement, that is I equal to I plus 1. So now I value is 4 plus 1. We are not taking this I plus 1, and that is 5. We are taking I initially be a value as 4 itself. We are storing it. So in place of I we have 4 plus 1 equal to 5. So now the value of the I become 5 when it's going once again over here itself. So the 5 plus 1 equal to 6. That was the reason it's get printed 5, 6, 7. So every time when it's get incremented over here itself, it's get printed over here itself. Okay. So this condition will be go ahead further till I equal to 44. Okay. You might be having a thought like as we are using a break statement over here itself, so why it's going to I equal to I plus 1? So this break statement is inside of the if statement, and we are not fulfilled the condition of if statement so far. That was the reason behind it. We are not reaching to the break point yet. We are not reaching to this break statement yet. So we are just checking that condition, it's not fulfilled. That was the reason we are reaching to the next step for it. It's going on and on and on, and we just reach to the point where value of I become 44. If we just try to get it compare I equal to 44, then in that case it will true. But the catch is over here itself, I value will still be 44. So the tweak part is you are seeing 44 and 45. So you might be having a thought like once it's reaching to I equal to 44, we'll just get taking example, if it's a 43 and I'll just get it plus 1, then in that case this become 44. then if it's reached to over here itself and get it compared, it will break. How exactly I'm getting 45? That's the tweak. So the thing is that I value will still be 43, even if we have incremented over here itself, but it's not getting stored back to the I. So the value of I is 43 plus 1 equal to 44, which is get it printed, but the value of I still be 43 as per this statement. That was the reason once we are going forward and we are reaching to this point, we are seeing that 43 is the value and plus 1 is a 44. That was the reason behind it. Now the value become 44 over here itself. Now once again this will be get a trigger and we are seeing I plus 1. Now the I plus 1 we are seeing over here itself. So 44 we have it over here itself plus 1, that become 45. So 45 is get printed. Now we go into the next statement. So now the value of I is 44, not 45. It's 44 only, as we are incremented, and whatever the value we are storing over here itself, that's over the only value. So I equal to 44 over here itself. So that was the reason this condition will get a trigger and the break statement will get a trigger. So this, once the break statement get is triggered, then in that case we are coming out of it. We are coming out of that section for it. Now going further with that. So once we're done with this, we coming out of it, and this is the next statement which we want to get it fulfill using a break and the continue one. So once again, while we are using as a total true statement is over there itself for the while this will run. So we are taking an input from the user itself as a number, we are taking as an input, then that input we wanted that to be get it compared. So if the value is greater than 100, then in that case we are presenting it as a congrats and we break the statement. But if the value is less than, then in that case this will continue till then. So if I'll put less than 100 multiple time, it will continue till we are not putting any value which is greater than 100. Then this will be get it fulfilled and we get that output finally. So over here itself, this is for the first part of while and this is for the second part. So when I put the value as 23, you can see this will reply me back with a try again. If I'll put the value as 21 or I'll put as 81, again I'm getting try again, as this will be get it fulfilled. We are directly going to the else statement, and over here itself we have the continue, so that we are just continue this putting the value again and again. Taking example, if I'll put the value as 101, which is coming under this category now. So once it's coming under this category, we can see we are getting congrats and the program is get terminated as we are using a break statement. So once it's get printed, it's moving to the next statement, and that is a break. So that was the reason behind it. The program is get terminated and the while loop is get terminated itself over here. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand both the concept. If you're not, just go through it once again with the video and with the theory part itself. I'll provide on my technical blog also the whole code about it and even with the description about it, so that you can go through it, try to understand the concept. This is little bit tweak over there itself, and at the time of the code when you're seeing it something like that, it required some twist over there itself. But if it's a simple code, anyone can do that. If you are become a professional in this field itself, you should know how exactly the tweak to be get identified and how exactly the output you can get it easily for it. So that's all about the stuff which I want to get it covered in this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, provide your comment in the comment section of this video, and if you're not able to understand after seeing this video multiple times, so just let me know once again. I'll try to get it explain you once again on it. But I think like when you're seeing the this code once again and again, and if you're going with this code to get it compiled, give it a moment, try to understand the code with that output, you can able to understand very well. As if you are able to understand the break and the continue statement, you can able to understand and correlate the concept of while, if, else, and even the other things which you are utilizing over here itself. Okay, so you just have to understand, like whatever the things we try to get it covered till yet, those things you should be know it first, then on the basis of that only you can able to understand. If you're not able to understand the while statement, it's difficult for you to grasp the stuff of break and the continue, as it's totally dependent on the loops itself. Okay, so make sure you are going with the starting phase itself, so that you can go all that concept to be get it learned first, and then coming to this lecture. This is a 13th lecture which I am preparing it right now for you, and if you have not done on all the lectures till 12, then in that case difficult for you to understand this. So my recommendation is just go ahead further with that. Even if it's a small concept, it's a bit easy for you just to go through it. It will give you the option about it, how exactly we are utilizing it over here itself. So these are the small chunks which required knowledge, and in the later phase itself, when you're making an actual code, we can able to analyze it very faster, as we are understand all the chunks which is utilizing the code itself. There is nothing like a code which it's coming out of the box, nothing like that. The module can be a different one, but the concepts remain be the same. Like wheresoever there is a condition, you have to go with the if analysis statement. If there is a loop itself, we have to go with a for and while. So the concepts remain be the same always. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand the concept. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.